Hello Sagittarius, welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. My channel is still new, so if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. A big thanks to everybody who's already subscribed, all my viewers. Thank you all so much for being here with me. Those of you who are new and don't know, I'm also an author. I'm writing an action-adventure love story on superhero twin flames called Perception, the Two Yet One, book 1 here, which I've read aloud live on Facebook and uploaded all of those videos here for you to watch for free. Just know that book 2 is published and available. All the links that you need for my books are in the description box below. If you would like a personal reading, they're also in the description box below, the information to contact me. Alright, so welcome everyone. Sorry if I sound a little bit off today. Having some allergies. So what we're doing here is we are going through the Lionsgate energy here, which is August 8th, which is Sunday. It's an energetic portal. Today we're going to be using the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. This is a tarot that I got for the summertime, because that's how I feel during the summer. That is the Sun card in this deck. Also, at the end, I'm going to pull at least one card here from the White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Beautiful artwork by A. Andrew Gonzalez. You can see, I got these to go together actually because they're both about light and they're both very modern. So I'm glad to be using them this week. That's also where I got this card to use for this week here. You can pronounce that name Ishtar or Easter. Ishtar, I say Ishtar more often than Easter. Ishtar's Lion's Gate. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful lion? Alright, so as a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your free will, and major arcana cards as messages about your divine blueprint. Your divine blueprint is the plan that you wrote for your own life before you incarnated, so that you would encounter and hopefully learn certain important lessons of life that, when learned, raise the vibration and wisdom encoded in your soul. It is possible to lower in vibration during a lifetime, but if you can manage to continue to rise lifetime after lifetime, you may become in a lifetime what we call enlightened, like Buddha and Jesus and many others. We know that they have affected a great deal of positive change on our planet. So when I'm looking at your major arcana cards, it's a lot like looking at your fate, but it isn't exactly, because of your free will. There are times when things happen and we have no control over them. Those are indicated to me by the Wheel of Fortune card, which you don't have. Alright everyone, let's get started here. So, right here at the heart of everything, the Virgo energy of the High Priestess. I'll just show her to you right side up. Major Arcana card. This is saying that the energy that's going on right here, this is what's at the heart of everything, is there's a High Priestess who is using her powers for the wrong reasons. What she does is she uses her abilities to manipulate other people into doing what she wants, but she will be found out eventually, and no good will come of this. Okay, so somebody has been doing using their divine power for low vibrational energy. So that's all that's going to come back to this person. Okay. The energy that's crossing this is the Four of Wands. This is a really good card. This is the 1111 card, the Twin Flame card. This is all about harmony and prosperity, marriage, love, partnerships. Okay, sometimes it's living in the country. But I just kind of feel like maybe this was the reason. Somebody was, this may be what they were after. If this was yours, this is Wands. This is your energy, fire energy, along with Aries and Leo. I feel like this is what, well, let's continue on and just see. At the root of everything, we've got the Hermit. This is learning. This is a time of being in the dark night of the soul and doing what the Hermit does, which is basically getting away from everyone, being in solitude in order to get to know oneself. Knowing yourself to improve your life. Find out what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, what are your hopes and dreams. Okay? This is why. This is what's at the root of all this, is for you to learn about yourself. One moment, please. Sorry, I got interrupted. Okay, so this is the energy of the most recent past that's moving out of your life at this time. This is the Five of Swords. This is conflict, gossip, slander. This is drama. So this is this kind of stuff, saying bad things about people, slander, lies, gossip, meanness, getting one up on the other. This is black magic. That's what you went through. However, it's moving out of your life at this time. So that is good. I like to see that kind of energy getting out of your life. These two cards for me as a reader are future cards. So what we have here is another five. So, okay. Any more? No. 2 5s. Okay. Angel number 55, you might want to go Google that. Here we have the Five of Pentacles. That's where you're feeling left out in the cold. That's where you're feeling like your glass is half empty instead of half full. However, yours is in the reverse. So this is like there may be some sort of chaos going on, okay? That's what this, Leo just got this. And that's mainly what this was about. This was chaos, disorder. For some of you, this might be overcoming this energy, the Five of Pentacles, where you are now finally prospering. You may have returned to work and start to feel some security. Also, in your future, you've got this big decision to make. But this also has an energy of lessons learned, knowledge gained, time for a new change. And so I think that what you learn about yourself is going to help you with this decision. If you're still, here's what could happen. You could decide to go take a new job, because wands can be career, and this could be you going back to work. Or This could be chaos that finally prompts you to use the wisdom that you've just learned through your hermit moment and make the decision. And I wanted to say, make the decision to move on. This can be a hard decision, but this one is going to keep you there. This one is going to take you out into the world, away from where you currently are. You're hoping that nobody talks to you for a minute. Or you may be hoping that this was all a bunch of miscommunication, misunderstandings. Okay? But this is also arrows of jealousy. This is actually one of your cards, a Sagittarius card. This can be an internal dispute. Okay? This can be where your conscience is bugging you. So there's I feel like, these are both wands. These are very much connected. This can also be creation from destruction. This doesn't feel... I think what you're hoping for is to not have any communication right now, and that maybe whatever happened was misunderstandings. But I'm going to go ahead and clarify with the Tarot of the Cloisters for you. Let's look at this Eight of Wands in the reverse as a hope. Yeah, you're done with the backstabbing. You are just so done. You don't want to talk to anybody. Yep. Sorry, Ten of Swords. You're done with the backstabbing. Tens are endings. You want this to be over. A lot of conflict like this can be a lot of conversation, a lot of talking, and this can also be inner conflict. So can the Eight of Wands. So you may be conflicted inside as well. Oh, yeah. So your dreams did not come true. You're feeling disappointed. Sometimes this talks about arrogance. There was arrogance involved. This is your current state of being, but also your environment. Okay? So your hopes and your dreams didn't come true. So that's what you're doing, asking yourself, well, what are my new hopes and dreams? You see this lantern? In most of the decks, it's a star inside there. That's the star. Your hopes and dreams. That's what's shining inside the lantern, inside of you, that you have to find. So you're looking for new hopes and dreams. This is your fear card. This is disloyalty, falseness, fraud type energy. This can also be making a decision, being at a crossroads and having to use your intuition to know which path to take. It is a lot like this Two of Wands. You can also call this a crossroads where it's time to make a decision. So as a fear card, I would think that you're afraid that you won't be able to make a decision, or perhaps you're afraid you're going to make the wrong decision. There's also, in other decks, there's this in the reverse is talking about differences being resolved and harmony restored, learning to give and receive. So if that has anything, if that struck a chord in you, then that is also part of what's going on in your fears. Now, this is the outcome, potential outcome. Six of Pentacles. This is good karma. When you do good stuff, good karma comes back to you. To me, this is also a Libra card, even though it's Pentacles, because often you will find somebody on the card who has money giving to those who are less fortunate, trying to even things out a little bit more. There's a balance of karma going on here. And this is in the right, this is right side up. Okay, so this is good karma. This is a certain amount of success. So that's awesome. Now here is the underlying energy here, and this is the Three of Wands in the reverse. There's been a creative block or a delay, but this can also mean the end of troubles too. This can be the end of disappointment. Okay? So I think that sounds pretty good. All right, I'm going to get your card from the White Light Oracle here because those are pretty straightforward. Please don't forget to like, especially if this resonates with you. Also subscribe if you haven't. It really helps me out. Okay. Oh, wow. You got the one that's on the front of the box. See? Seraph of 963 Hertz. 21. All right, now before I read that, I'm just going to go ahead and read this italicized part here for the ISHTAR'S Lionsgate. Your heart has a heightened connection with the higher realms of consciousness and light. A blessing, empowerment, and positive omens shall enter your world. Doors will open for you. Abundance and prosperity are headed your way. Take care of your heart. Ask for spiritual assistance and it shall be granted. Something negative is going to transform into something very positive. Yay! Okay, so this Seraph of 963 Hertz looks kind of like a little bit of a long one here. So let's get started. I'm just going to turn this a little bit to put some light on her. I don't know why it does that. That's annoying. Practice connecting to the joy that is always deep within you. Pay attention to what brings you exquisite delight. If you don't know what that is, you are guided to experiment and explore. Connecting to the joyful capacity of your heart will heal so much negativity and uncertainty. Let your heart relax. Allow the spiritual grace that wishes to reorder your life to manifest its miraculous magic. Oh, well, it's not going to brighten up. I don't know why it does that. Look. The seraphim are angelic beings of an extremely high vibration. They are angelic mystics in constant devotion and adoration of the divine. When we passionately fall in love with a divine face of luminous grace, whether it be a person who has entered our lives as if they dropped straight from heaven onto earth, or we feed our heart, awakening to new depths of love in meditation with our spirit guides, we are in harmony with the seraphim. When we go through a struggle and are somehow fortunate enough to recognize the protective and healing action of divine grace intervening on our behalf, we can shift to such gratitude we just want to kiss the sky and sing a love song to the universe. Then we are in touch with our own inner seraph. Some egos project their narcissistic wounding and lack of romantic imagination onto spirit, concluding that the divine must be rather vain if it wants swarms of angels flying about, constantly singing its praises. They don't understand that the divine asks for our love so it can give of itself to us. When we feel love, when we are in love, our hearts are open and receptive. The divine isn't interested in praise for its own sake, but for what we can receive when our hearts are opened by it. When you have a beautiful experience, fall in love, enjoy the best meal of your life, see a film that awakens your mind, do you not want to tell others about it? Our world can seem a bleak and spiritually barren place. We need jubilant mystical hearts who know the secret of esoteric ecstasy and are divinely drunk in their celestial communion. We need to see them happily stumbling about as love-struck fools, startling our intellects with their brilliant ramblings, opening our hearts with their purposeful passions. We too need such loving delight with the divine, so we cannot help but want to call forth in wondrous gratitude and declare our love from the rooftops for all to hear and feel. This oracle brings a message straight from the divine to you. Let me love you. The tone of 963 Hz unlocks the radiant luminosity of your light body. This body of light is the inner essence of your physical structure and yet is not constrained by it. Your light body is your internal interface between the spiritual plane and the physical plane. It is where healing, bliss, and inspiration flow unimpeded. The higher worlds transmit consciousness-raising light codes directly into your body of light, affirming your original soul note and preventing the ego from obscuring your spiritual light so that you can manifest your most authentic life path. This telepathy of light between spirit and your inner being gives rise to knowing without knowing how you know. This oracle guides you to trust such inner knowledge even if it doesn't always seem logical. Spirit is guiding you. The universe will provide ample resources to support you doing what you have come to this planet to do. There is no need to turn away from what your heart adores and every reason to embrace it with total trust. Connection with this tone plugs us into the inner intricacies of our ecstatic energy field, where we can partake of the miraculous medicine of love and light and be reminded that we can handle anything that comes our way with grace. Spiritual infusions of light and wisdom, such as those that travel on the 963 Hz frequency, are alchemical. They are able to distill value from a circumstance and transform it. This frequency is a cosmic particle accelerator, which facilitates graceful return to the loving wisdom and creative resourcefulness of spirit. Seraph of 963 Hz brings a message that the light and whatever it arouses in your heart and alights in your being With passionate gratitude and delicious hunger for more, it's powerful enough to capture, captivate, and heal you. In doing so, it opens the way to manifestation. Praises to our generous, graceful, loving universe. That's beautiful. All right, so let's see, how much control do you have over this situation? I can gauge that by the number of major arcana to minor, and you have 3. You've got the High Priestess, the Hermit, and the Star. Okay, so 3 out of 10 cards means that most of this is in your control. You got this, Sagittarius. I think that you're going to make the decision. You're going to learn exactly what brings you this joy, and once you find your joy again, you're going to be just fine. That's what I have for you at this time, Sagittarius. See you next time.